Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is the open of the I guess you could say the second annual Christmas Classic. We're going by a new name this season. Thanks to, we're going by a new name this year. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Chirix fan, for the suggestion. If he's even still here. But yeah, this is the open. This is going to be the open. We have separated this into two events: the open and the main event. The main event currently consists of all the drivers that have won in the next gen era. That being from 2022 and this year. That being for 24 guys. We got 30 guys in the open. Those who finish in the top 18 will advance to the main event. And if Chirix fan is here, I'd like for him to do something for me. Oh, why am I not surprised? I wanted him to do the starting lineup. But I guess he's not there. Moff, you want to do it?
Oh, I guess I'll throw my hand at it, but all right. So starting on the poll, it is Kurt Busch in 97 making his return. And starting next up, it is Todd Gilliland in his sophomore season. Number 2, it is Eric Almirola in the 10, who announced that 2023 will be his final year, and Ryan Newman, who had a solid run in the Thanksgiving 500. And the next row, Justin Haley in the 31, and starting next to him is the 55 of Shane Golobic, a dirt ringer. And then you got Brad Keselowski in the 6 trying to make the Open, or the All-Star race, and then Ty Gibbs, who won Rookie of the Year by default in the Cup Series. Teammates Corey LaJoie and Carson Hocevar start in the row behind them. Then it is 2 Las Vegas native Riley Herbst and Noah Gregson. Brody Kostecki, much like Shane Van Gisbergen, are in that series, and Ryan Preece are next to him. BJ McLeod in the 78 and Jimmy Johnson in the 84. Then there's Daniel Kvyat and that Ty Dillon in the 42. Ryan Truex in the 81, younger brother of Martin Truex Jr., and Travis Pastrana in the 67. Chandler Smith in the 13, Xfinity Series driver previously, and now Loris Hesmans in the 27, teammate to Kvyat. They have Josh Berry in the 88, who made some Cup starts this season, and Zane Smith in the 71, 2022 Craftsman Truck Series champion, and then Timmy Hill in the 66 with J.J. Ailey in the 15. Then is Austin Hill in the 29, and then Greg Biffle starts next to him. And in the final row, it is Kaz Gralla in the 50 and Harrison Burton in the 21.
100 laps here, so these drivers will have a lot of time to try and race their way into the main event.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the signal to fire the engines has been called. But it's Kurt Busch that's going to be leading the field to green.
But it should be a very exciting race. We got a lot of cars in the field. And remember, only the top 18 advance. There will be some guys that will not have a chance to go for that. And Kurt Busch, you see, leading the field yet again in that 97. 2004 Cup Series champion, also won in that, not only that same number, but also the sponsor Sharpie on the car.
Sharpie coming back out for a one race deal. for a one event deal, that being here in the Christmas Classic. Currently the open.
As the Toyota Camry will dive onto pit road. And it will now be in the hands of Kurt Busch to lead the field. And green flag is out here at Charlotte.
And Todd Gilliland already on the outside, going to try and take the lead from Kurt Busch. 3 wide there for third. Justin Haley low. That brings Ryan Newman up to the outside. Kurt Busch going to clear Todd Gilliland for the top spot, and already got some guys in the back seem to be losing the pack. But back up out front, challenging for second now, Justin Haley. As up front now, it will be Kurt Busch leading the first lap out of 100. Side by side still for second place, Justin Haley, Todd Gilliland. Justin Haley trying to get some help from the 6 of Brad Keselowski. The current holder of that final spot currently is the 26 of Daniel Kvyat, but there is Chandler Smith to his inside. Kvyat trying to get help from his teammate Hezemans. Chandler Smith trying to get help from the 71 of Zane Smith. And now Chandler Smith's going to take over the top spot. I don't know what beats Zane Smith pounces as going back up front. Keselowski now being sorted out to the back.
Oh, and we got a car. 2 cars hard into the inside wall. Caution flies.
Ryan
That is
Truex and Chandler Smith both hard into the inside wall.
And Chandler Smith engine expires and he will go behind the wall. A hard impact for both those cars. We'll have to take a look at what happened here. I would say
It looks like Truex tried to shove the issue onto Johnson.
Yeah, I think Johnson was trying to slow to not hit the wall. Truex wasn't expecting that. Got in the back of, well, he didn't get in the back of him, but he checked up, and then Chandler Smith had no idea that was happening, and that will end both their races more than likely.
Definitely Chandler Smith. After how hard of an impact he had into the inside wall, and it looks like we're going to be having pit stops. This early on, only 4 laps in.
Yep, and I do believe everyone will be coming on the pit road.
Yes, everyone will be. It looks like Kurt and Haley might have went for fuel only. Newman might have went for 2 tires. Everybody using different strategies here. That story going to help in some favors. Zane Smith going to get a lot of positions now.
That's 71.
That's the one that will be the number that Zane Smith will be driving next season when he makes his first and his rookie season in the Cup Series. The number 71 for Spire Motorsports, as we know, Spire acquiring that charter from, I believe it was Live Fast.
That would be correct. And Zane Smith does have some previous Cup starts. 2022, he filled in for Chris Buescher at Gateway. And then 2023, he would be in 36 for some races and was also in 38 splitting the ride with Todd Gilliland.
He also made 2 back-to-back starts in the number 51 for Rick Ware.
After the suspension of Cody Ware.
We see some of the main guys you usually see up here in the top 10, but we got some new guys up here. See Casbarola. He started second to last.
Yeah, and crew chief Tony senior or junior, I think. I believe that's crew chief for the 50. But looks like they'll gain some time, and we'll see where they can go from here.
Now Ryan Newman, as you mentioned, had a shockingly fantastic run in the Thanksgiving 500. He was running as high as third, almost second at one point, and that Rick Ware 51. No Newman, he does have a lot of Cup Series experience ever since his first starts made back in like what was it, 2000?
I believe so, or 2001.
I'm doing good. Good day for them.
Absolutely.
If you feel your current top five are Kurt Busch, Justin Haley, Ryan Newman, Todd Gilliland, and Zane Smith. Then it goes Almirola, Keselowski, Gibbs, Gralla, Priest, Golovic, Hocevar, McLeod, LaJoy, Dillon, Gregson, Kostecki, and Barry, your current holders of the transfer spots.
So you see Barry right there, and then Jimmy Johnson. Josh Berry would be in, and Johnson would be out right now. So all those guys behind that 88 need to get above the top 19. 19 for, well, 18 for higher to get in.
And might as well get the obvious out of the way. Yes, that is a Hendrick car, but it is not running under the Hendrick banner. This car right here is being ran under the Junior Motorsports banner. It'll be the final start that Barry's going to make for Junior Motorsports before he makes that full-time rookie season with Stewart Haas Racing. To go back up front, it seems to me that the pace car lights are off, so we will be getting the green flag next time by.
As it will once again be Kurt Busch that will lead the field to the green flag. Yep, you see Justin Haley going outside. It looked like the outside got a better jump last time, but that inside line does prevail in the corners. We'll see if that does hold it true on this restart as the pace car, Toyota Camry, will dive down onto pit road with the lights off. Once again, field in the hands of Kurt Busch 997.
And up high, Justin Haley and the 31 AG1 Chevrolet coming to the green flag. It is back out.
Yeah, it does appear Kurt Busch will be clear, but here comes Ryan Newman at 51, having a solid run yet again.
Another guy having a solid run. Look
He
at that
puts the
71.
bumper.
Zane Smith, that inside line, almost having trouble in the corner. Quickly going to try and regain all their run. Kurt Busch with a little bit of help there from the 31 of Justin Haley.
And they're
Now
going to go three wide.
Haley's going to try and force it down the middle. That's going to give Newman the shot he needs to get out to the front. Now here comes Zane Smith in the 71.
He's getting a push from Brad Keselowski there. And they're
Todd
still three
Gilliland
wide.
almost. And while Harrison Burton already loses the back. Almost
Like-
close race in between Herbst and Kostecki.
And
Take a
right
look.
here, in the thick of it, this is the transfer spot.
Now currently the final transfer spot being held by Travis Pastrana, soon to be Jimmy Johnson. BJ McLeod's fallen back.
Yep, Kaz Gralla got on the wall off 4 from what I noticed. And now they're 3 wide. Kurt Busch. Wow,
Oh.
Keselowski. We'll have to take a look at that. Keselowski might have gotten cut off by Zane Smith there. But good heads up driving there by the 6 and also everyone else behind him.
It looks like, I think it looked like Zane Smith tried coming down on the 6.
Yeah, and everywhere you go, you got to really rely on your spotter. And spotters, of course, are a huge factor in racing, so hopefully
As
Zane
Kurt
Smith
Busch
does.
now is going to be trying to work his way back up to the field as we got almost about for the lead right here. Ryan Newman under pressure by the 54. Rockwell Automation Toyota of Ty Gibbs.
Yep,
Ty Gibbs won the 2023 Cup Series Rookie of the Year award.
Mm-hmm. And also won the 2022 Xfinity Series Championship and 2021 Arkham Art Series Championship.
Is
Now here comes the ends. Not quite. Newman's gonna hold him off. And Ryan. Oh, we
and a
got a wreck.
caution is out yet
McLeod,
again. It looks like McLeod
Timmy
Hesman's Timmy
Hill.
Hill on pit road.
That's Loris Hesmans in the 27. This looks like a multi-car accident on the back straightaway yet again. And this is near the transfer spot right here. They were 4 wide. I would assume this is just guys going for one spot, really. And
Biffle able to save it.
oh, that's a
so much.
big hit.
Another hard hit into the wall.
Yeah, that was at the that's at the worst angle you can hit at here. Oh, wow.
Wow. Wait, show that TV angle so you can get a good view of that hit. Yeah. So that was a very hard hit.
Yeah, but that was definitely a horrible
So
angle
it looks
to hit
like
at.
Hesmans tries slotting it in 4 wide. So this is between McLeod and Biffle. And then
Comes on the track.
bam.
Oh
Ooh.
my gosh.
Good. From the inside of the track to the outside.
Yeah, that's a very violent impact. Hopefully Timmy is all right. Of course, as now pit stops are underway.
Looks like Ty Gibbs. As Newman's getting held up a bit. He's going to try and slot his way to stay in the top 10, however.
Yep, looks
And
like
we're
Carson
continuing with this.
Hocevar.
We're continuing with this fire guys coming up here. Carson Hocevar, that number 77 Primer Security Solutions Chevrolet, now has, off of bidding, has made his way up to the 2nd place position behind Ty Gibbs.
Yep,
And it goes
and
Brad Keselowski, Josh Berry, Corey LaJoy, Kurt Busch. Ryan Newman's going to fall back to stay in the top 10. You see Ty Dillon there. Zane Smith trying to keep up there. As Timmy Hill and Loris Hesman now out of the race.
there's now 26 cars left on track. And remember, as we've mentioned earlier, top 18 do advance. So the other 8 cars that are behind that still need to make up some ground if they want to make it
We're
in.
going to look through here. The current holder of the final transfer spot is the 31 of Justin Haley over the 21 of Harrison Burton. Those outside the transfer spots right now are Burton, Priest, Gilliland, Gralla, Biffle, Hill, Gregson, and McLeod.
Probably the most surprising would be Gillen, considering he started in 2nd, and he's fallen all the way back here.
Meanwhile, pole sitter Kurt Busch giving it a high drive right now, currently in the 6th place position.
And how about Spire Motorsports having a solid run? All 3 of their cars in the top 10. Yeah,
And many
Hocevar
teams
in
up here.
2nd.
Joe Gibbs Racing, we got Spire, RFK, Junior Motorsports up here. Both 2311 cars up here. Kurt Busch and
That's
Travis Estrada. Legacy Motor Club and Brickware Racing.
Yeah, lots of variety of teams here at the front. And of course, you got some more like what we see Richard Childress Racing with the 33 and 29. Team Hesburg with the 26 still. As the 27 of Loris Hesmans went behind the wall, did that wreck. But that was a very solid performance there by the 54 Ty Gibbs.
BJ McLeod Motorsports also represented with the 55 of Shane Golobic.
That's right.
Shane Golobic right outside the top 10. The dirt ringer. Last time he made a start in the Cup Series back in 2021 at the first Bristol Dirt Race.
Yep, as he was driving the 78 there. Unfortunately, his run was cut short by a wreck on the back straightaway. But you've also had some guys that have raced at the Bristol Dirt that are usually dirt ringers, like most recently Jonathan Davenport, who drove for Spire not only in the truck race but also in the Cup. Well, Cup was for Spire.
No,
Or
Cup was
not.
for Colleague.
Yeah, whatever. I can't think today, but
Brain fart. Yeah, I have those.
yeah, so it looks like we're getting ready to go here as the lights on the pace car are off.
Here we go.
And
Ty Gibbs on the inside. It'll be Carson Hocevar on the outside.
now the field will now be in the hands of Ty Gibbs, as the two previous restarts were for Kurt Busch. And we'll see what Ty Gibbs can do on this restart here.
As to the restart zone, and green flag back out in the air. Carson Hocevar on the outside trying to get the lead. He's going to try and clear Ty Gibbs heading into one. He does that. Hocevar, that's 77 to the lead. Gibbs bites back on the inside, though. Has some help from Brad Keselowski. Going down the backstretch. Top three trying to break off. You see the Spire teammates there. Corey LaJoy, Zane Smith trying to get close to work together. 3 wide. Kurt Busch jumped to the outside. So is Ryan Newman.
That's right in there. Here goes Keselowski at the bottom.
Carson Hocevar trying to maintain the outside. His teammate Corey LaJoy gonna try and get there with him. Almost got moved out of the way by the 88. They can look here to the back. Jimmy Johnson now is gonna get that transfer spot over Brody Kostecki. JJ Yaley seems to have been falling off a cliff ever since that restart.
Yep,
Keselowski now to the lead.
look at all these Spire cars up at the front here. They could work
7,
together.
71, 77.
And now
Unless something like
Perry
that happens.
in the middle.
And it's now Keselowski that's going to try and drive away. But the hard-charging rookie, Zane Smith, works his way to second.
He's
Number
got,
70.
I was about to say, he's got Kurt Busch's inside, probably the most experienced driver of everyone here.
But you got some other experienced drivers here in the field, like the aforementioned leader Brad Keselowski, as well as Ryan Newman, Eric Almirola.
Yep, and Jimmy Johnson there. Let's see who else. JJ Yaley.
Greg
Right.
Biffle.
Those are some of the guys that have been involved in racing for nearly 20 years.
Spire duo, Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, going to try and fight their way to the top two. Currently held by Brad Keselowski and Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch is closing in. He's probably got the fastest car out here.
But here come it's the veterans out front, but here come the young guns. Kurt Busch now going to try and go for the lead. That's going to help pull in Zane Smith. Field starts to get separated. We might see some more cleaner racing right here. Kurt Busch back out to the lead. Zane Smith closing in. Shane Golovic trying to force the issue on Hocevar. There for that 4th place position. Take a look back there in the transfer spot, now being held by Tom Gillen after passing by his teammate Riley Herbst.
Oh, they're getting a little chaotic there.
Near
Oh,
contact
that's
between
good.
Ty Dillon and Travis Pastrana. Keselowski caught back up to the 97. Zane Smith now there has connected up with the other two.
But now, don't look away now, but Carson Hocevar now in 4th. He could help his teammate get up to the front. And there you see Shane Golovic in that 55.
Golovic was trying to force the issue on the 77. It works. Smith goes to the outside. Almost reeled in his teammate in the 77. We're going back to that transfer spot now. It looks like it's going to be shifting out to be Yaley. But he could hold on for it still. Battle for 19th right now. Riley Herbst and Austin Hill. Gives enough time for Yaley to try and keep up and stay up here.
Oh, we're 3 wide now. Hocevar takes 3rd for the moment. Zane Smith has the edge for 4th. And Golovic might just take that away from him. And he does. Here comes Gibbs now, trying to take advantage of that, but it will be no use at all. Golovic now to the inside of Hocevar.
The dirt ringer, Shane Golovic, all the way to a podium position now. Takes that 3rd place spot away from Hocevar. Battle between teammates. Zane Smith's trying to go on the inside. Now Ty Gibbs going to try and force it 3 wide.
3 wide, and look at now Morola and LaJoy in the mix.
All the Spire guys linked up again. 7, 77, 71. LaJoy's been having a bit of trouble trying to get through these guys.
He might use the outside and get around some of those cars.
Take a look back up here. It's now Daniel Kvyat over Austin Hill and Kaz Gromlo for the final transfer spot. Things seem to have cleared up front. Kurt Busch dominating the early portion of this race. Led the most laps right now, holding off the 6, as we could be closing in on our first pit window. As you take a look at your current top 10, and then a further look back at those in the transfer spots.
Kurt Busch continuing to lead here over Keselowski. And
I'll be
Kurt
right
Busch.
back.
Alright. Excuse me. Kurt Busch does have a couple wins here. In 2010, he won not only the All-Star race at this track, but he also won the Coke 600 here, driving for Team Penske. And that 97, well, not in 97, but in the 2 rather, but in the 97 for today. And behind him and at 6, Brad Keselowski. As he's won here before, most recently in 2020, where he won the Coke 600 off a late race strategy that got him the win. As he's also had some success here. But all these drivers, all the veterans have had some success here, some way, shape, or form. And then you got Chin Golubic in 3rd. As we mentioned, a dirt ringer. So this is his first time being at this track, and he is putting on a show for BJ McLeod Motorsports. Again, not Live Fast Motorsports. Those are 2 different teams, but they do have the same owner with BJ McLeod. And there you see Kurt Busch continuing to pull away, but Golubic now pulling up to the bumper. I do believe that will be Zane Smith in 4th, if I am not mistaken. Zane Smith, he's already put up a great resume so far. Started off in ARCA back in 2017. Won a few races in 2018. Then did some Xfinity races for Junior Motorsports in 2019. Went to Truck Series racing in 2020, nearly winning the championship. And almost did that same thing again in 2021, but came so close. And then 2022 went to Front Row Motorsports and finally won the Truck Series title. And his career has really soared ever since, making some Cup, Xfinity, and Truck starts. And now he's getting his big break by making a Cup Series rookie attempt for next season. And along with that, his teammate Carson Hocevar, he's also had some success in the Truck Series. Went full-time in 2021 to start off his Truck Series career. And surprisingly made the playoffs, had some good runs there, but was eliminated in the round of 8. And then 2022, almost won at this very track at Charlotte, but a late race caution prevented that from happening. And 2022, I'm sure, is a year to forget for him. And he was also eliminated in the round of 10 after running out of fuel in the last lap at Kansas. And then you fast forward to 2023, Hocevar has his breakout season in which he wins 4 races, starting with Texas, and also winning at other notables, Miami, which earned him a spot in the championship 4, and also won Nashville and Richmond beforehand. Richmond being the regular season finale after managing to catch Ty Majeski, in which he won that race. Fortunately, Hocevar did not win the Truck Series championship due to you probably already know what happened, but regardless, this is a great opportunity for Carson Hocevar. Made his Cup Series debut earlier this season at Gateway, filling in for Corley Joy, who was filling in for the suspended Chase Elliott. And then after Noah Gregson was briefly suspended, Carson Husvar drove the 42 for the remainder of season after Daytona, except for the Charlotte Roval, where that was Mike Rockenfeller in the car. And then just ahead of Zane Smith there, it is Justin Haley in the 31. And Justin Haley, it was mentioned back in July that he will make the transition to Rickra Racing for next season. After leaving Kaulig Racing, he's been with Kaulig Racing since 2019 in the Xfinity Series. Had arguably his best season of his racing career up to this point in 2020, where he won multiple races, which got him in the championship 4, albeit he did not win the championship, but went full-time in the Cup Series in 2022 for the team, and 2023 had a bit of a tough go at the beginning of the season, had a points penalty, but it was eventually appealed, and the team won their case. And Justin Haley nearly won at the Chicago Street Course before Shane Van Gisbergen took that opportunity away from him. And so Justin Haley is looking to get another, possibly one final win for Kaulig before heading over to Rickra Racing.
No, no, yes. Yeah. If you think about it, we should technically have 2 open cars in the main event locked in because Kurt Busch did get that win at Kansas, but remember, concussions got in the way of a lot of things. And Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin thought it was more safe to try and see if Kurt Busch still had the stuff he had to try and race his way back up. And look at him, he's doing it right now.
Yeah, a great run for Kurt Busch. Had the frightening accident at Pocono last year, and then in October later that year, he announced his retirement from the Cup Series. Now he is back in that 97, which he made that iconic at his time with Roush, including winning the 2004 Cup Series championship, beating the likes of Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and others that competed for the championship. Not only that, but he was also the first driver to win under the new points format, as before that they had the Winston format. 2004 was essentially the beginning of not the playoffs, but really for called the chase at the time. Kurt Busch was able to benefit from that. So now another guy we can talk about, Ryan Preece in the 41 in 5th. And Ryan Preece, he's had a very interesting career up to this point. Started off in 2009 driving in the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. Sorry, against the likes of Doug Coby, Mike Stefanik, and many others that have raced in the Modifieds over the years. Preece won the 2013 Wheel and Modified Championship. And then 2015, 2016, he went full-time for JD Motorsports in the Xfinity Series and got his big break in 2017 that put him on the spotlight when he drove for Joe Gibbs Racing briefly and also won at Iowa, which really saved his career. And then 2018, he made select starts for JGR. And then 2019, he would drive for JC Doherty, nearly winning Rookie of the Year, but lost to Daniel Hemrick towards the end of the season. And
Then after that, he would go on to operate the second car at JTG. That was the 37, which was previously held by Chris Buescher until Buescher made the move to Roush.
Oh,
As,
we're bidding.
looks like we're having a pit stop. Oh,
Oh,
Golovic.
and a big hit. Golovic hard into the inside wall, and that will put us under caution. A frightening accident at the entrance of pit road, and some of those cars were about to come in, and the caution will fly yet again in a horrible accident.
Although it looks like they're going to try and make it out of pit road before they get lapped. Some of them, at least.
And I had mentioned that was that lack of experience. This is Golovic's first time at the track, and I believe that was his first green flag pit stop too at this track, and it failed miserably for him.
Although we
So-
will be.
Very unfortunate circumstance there for 55. He had done such a great run. Unfortunately, that will come to an end. It's now 25 cars left. Ryan Newman, BJ McLeod, and Harrison Burton all one lap down according to timing and scoring, although that may be updated before we go green, but not entirely sure. Still trying to figure it out before we head to green.
And it looks like they're going to try and line it up. Oh,
Oh,
and they'll catch up.
yeah. No worries. Now we're green again. It'll be Kurt Busch once more leading the way, side by side of Justin Haley for that lead. as
Yep,
they
see,
head
there
in-
they go. Immediately caught up to the front of the pack.
It's now Kurt Busch running on the outside. Here comes Keselowski to the bottom. Can he get there?
Now, this is really going to throw a curveball into this. Is it the amount of lap cars that we have? The battle for the transfer spot now just comes down to the guys in 18th and 19th.
That's right. Unless we have multiple cautions, but we'll see about that.
Brad Keselowski now back out to the lead.
Zane
Then
Smith
we've-
battling for second.
As we've now made it past the halfway point.
And we got some cars coming down pit road. That is, trying to see, that's 15 JJ Yaley, which says not going to help him. And that will probably bump him out of the show unless we have a caution here. Oh, and Zane Smith getting some help from Justin Haley. And now Eric Almirola making a charge to the front.
It looks like Yaley tried going fuel only. How can he make it out of pit road in time?
Maybe he's
looks like
trying
he
to
can't.
stretch it to the end. Here he comes out of pit road. This are 3 wide up ahead. We'll have to look at that. And they're in the wall. Yeah, that's Gregson 62 in the wall.
Now it's terrible for Noah Gregson. He was running in the 12th place position before that happened. Keselowski still up front. It's now Almirola up to the 2nd place position. Kurt Busch behind him. Todd Gilliland now working his way back up here. Justin Haley, Ty Gibbs. As now that... And now 19th place is a lap down.
So the ones on lead lap as of right now are in the show.
But if we do have a caution, whoever, whether it be like Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar, or BJ McLeod is the top lap car in the lead. On the track.
We'll see how this plays out, of course. But now it is Keselowski up in front.
And we got, and here are all your guys currently at top 18, excluding Ty Gibbs. He is currently a lap car. He's still trying to put on some pressure. If we do get a caution, Gibbs would get the free pass.
And there you see Hocevar stuck on that outside line, doing himself no favors. And now McLeod also there as well, ready to pounce, trying to get around the lap car of Hocevar.
Almirola trying to close in on the 6th. As mentioned before, Almirola 2023, his final season with Stewart Haas Racing. Maybe Cup racing as a whole. Depends if he can lands a spot somewhere. He's currently going to try and go for the lead on the 6 of Keselowski.
Mm-hmm. And he is closing in rapidly here. He's got that draft, and he's going to go low.
Here comes
Almirola.
Almirola. Here comes Almirola to the inside, side by side through 3 and 4. Help from Kurt Busch coming on the way.
What can Kurt Busch do? He's
Side
gonna,
by side to the line. Keselowski's going to lead that lap. Kurt Busch
barely.
looks like he was trying to make it through wide. He goes down, helps his former teammate, and now it's Almirola that's going to get the advantage.
And now it's a train. Here comes Haley to the bottom. We'll have to see if that will work out. And indeed, it will. Haley moving to 4th, getting around Todd Gilliland there.
Ty Gibbs still fighting. Still going to try and fight his way up to the. We're trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, it would be huge for Hosvar and McLeod if Gibbs can unlap himself before there's another caution, if there is one.
Almirola still there fighting with Keselowski. 2 Fords currently up front. And
Oh, Keselowski.
Keselowski locks it up high. Almirola to the lead.
And Justin Haley moves to 2nd. Kurt Busch tucks in behind him. Three wide. And now Kurt Busch trying to get the advantage. Ooh, and it's going to be very tight. But I think Haley's going to back out slightly. Kurt Busch sends it in.
Or tries to do it slightly. Keselowski's there on the
Look
high
at
side.
Johnson.
He can't do much about it yet. There's Jimmy Johnson in the 84. Currently in a battle with lap car Ty Gibbs. Gibbs using the outside to his advantage.
And Eric Almirola pulling away from the rest of the field as Kurt Busch moves to 2nd, trying to chase him down.
Kurt Busch does have the car to beat, but it looks like some drivers up here do have cars that could beat him. Justin Haley, Brad Keselowski, Eric Almirola. We've seen some for some times as well. Guys like James Smith could also put up a fight with the 97. As Almirola still with the lead, as we are less than 40 laps to go here in the Christmas Classic Open.
As it will be a single file line. Eric Almirola currently leads the way, but he's got Kurt Busch hot on his bumper here. Justin Haley, same thing as well. And then Brad Keselowski not too far behind, but not in reaching distance. And there you see Ty Gibbs, 5th in this line, but 19th on time in scoring because he is a lap down due to that most recent accident. He's got Jimmy Johnson behind him, having a very unexpected yet solid run in that 84. In which Jimmy Johnson, of course, a 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, and retired after the 2020 season, but came back. And not only is he driving the 84, but he also co-owns Legacy Motor Club, and which was announced back in April of this year that the team will switch to Toyota. Now they're going to go 3 wide for 2nd. Here comes Keselowski to the bottom. And Keselowski making a big charge there. As Kurt Busch fades back slightly.
Almirola still with the lead, coming close into 30 laps to go here in the Open. Yep, thank you.
Erickson Byrne way off the pace. and he's been really off the whole night. Slowest in qualifying, and he's trying to finish this one out.
Brad Keselowski working his way, trying to work his way back up to the front. Rewind bound there, you see Todd Gilliland, Ty Gibbs, Zane Smith. Gibbs with the advantage. As Keselowski pulls it high, he's going to try and run a different line than Almirola, see if he can work on his way of trying to get up to him. Still side by side, Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson. Keselowski again trying to use the outside to his advantage. 30 laps to go here at Charlotte. It is still Almirola up front. There goes Keselowski, Haley, Busch, Priest, Johnson, Gilliland, Pastrana, Smith, and LaJoy. Johnson going to try and go side by side with the 41 of Priest. Yo, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just talking to someone real quick. I'll get back to this. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm starting to get concerned. Like, am I having performance issues again? It's like I hope to God it's not happening while we're recording. Yeah, Johnson able to etch ahead of the 41. And mostly calm here in the latter half of the race. Mostly after
as now laps are winding down, Almirola trying to hold on to this win, although it doesn't really matter too much, but it would be the icing on the cake for him.
I don't know, it really would be the icing on the cake. And more icing if he goes on to win the Christmas Classic main event.
There's a lot larger competition there, so that'll be a huge task for Almirola and the SHR team there.
SHR already has 2 cars locked in to the main event, those being Kevin Harvick and Chase Briscoe with their wins in 2022. Eric Almirola and Ryan Preece yet to have won in the next gen era.
And Eric Almirola did win back in 2021, the last time he won a points-paying race, and that was at New Hampshire in the Gen 6 era. Although he has won a couple of dual races, those are not points-paying races.
Yeah, those are not points paying. And we can. Hence why also Brad Keselowski is in the open. He won the 2022. He won in the 2022 Blue Green Vacation Duels, the first duel. That was an exhibition, not points paying. So therefore, he is racing here in the open. Say same for another couple of guys like Ryan Preece and Josh Berry. Oh,
Yes,
it's
going
tough
up the
coming
road,
in.
Hocevar Hopefully no one overshoots pit road like last time.
That looks to not be the case. Will Burton come in? Yes, he will. Haley, Kozlowski. Barry comes in. Zane Smith comes in. Kostecki. Kvyat.
One second, I'll be back.
Comes in Ryan Newman. Riley Hirsch staying out. Kaz Grala's going to come in. As there is your leader. What pit cycle happened? Eric Almirola. They're coming to the 20 to go mark for this race. Oh, Ryan Newman with some damage.
He must have gotten in the wall, but yeah, he's
Take
had
a
a
look
tough
back.
go of it as of recently. He had a very solid run early, led to a couple laps, but unfortunately has gone down the drain for him.
Where is Almirola? Here he is. Haley's able to get by him.
Keselowski as well. That might have been the race-winning move with that pit strategy.
Yep, as it now puts Justin Haley up front for College Racing.
But can he hold off Brad Keselowski? There's Almirola and Gibbs. Side by side, Gibbs trying to get ahead of Almirola here. But now you see 17th on down, now a lap down.
Although it looks like. Where is Yaley and Kostecki? That's. Alright, so. Is Yaley ahead of Gibbs? No, he's not. Yaley's going off of pit road. As they go back up front, Kozlowski has quickly closed in on the 31. Tipped his wheels below the apron there, though. It looks like it will now be the top 16 that will now be on the lead lap. And where's Carson Hocevar? He is right there. Where is Noah Gregson? Right there. Gregson could have enough time to close in on the 77. So now with '17th on back, a lap down, this will make the battle for the chance for a spot. They get close to each other, a bit more interesting. All right, Kozlowski's going to dive down low, going to try and take that lead. Side by side with Justin Haley.
As they're side by side, here comes Keselowski the bomb. Haley having a charge on the outside.
Will it favor him into the turns, though? It looks like it won't. Oh, maybe. Haley's still trying to fight back on the outside. Kozlowski seemed to have a bit of the advantage coming through the corner. 15 laps to go here in the open. Kozlowski going to try and break out front to the lead. Yes, he will. Will Haley fight back? Take a look at these standing points. It looks like the gap has not closed between Hocevar and Gregson. Although this could be the start of it. LaJoy gets ahead of the 77. Now back up front. Haley still on the back bumper of the 6th. Closing in on 10 laps to go. They have a lap car. In front of them, that is the 21 of Harrison Burton. You mentioned how he's a bit off the
Still
pace.
side by side. And here goes Almirola.
Haley down to the inside. What will Almirola do? Keselowski looks to have a bit of a big run on the outside. He's working his
But now
favor,
look at
though.
Burton in the way. What
Well,
will he
Burton-
do?
No, can Haley get there in time? No, he cannot. Can he make it ahead? Burton up high. He's going to get Keselowski.
Keselowski tucks in line behind Haley.
And he's going to try and go back to the inside. I don't know if he pulled off at the right time, though. Haley can get that advantage coming down the back straightaway. Unless this happens, Almirola gives a nudge to the 6th. Current top seed right now, all trying to battle for a win here in the open. Coming around to 10 laps to go. Keselowski leads. Now here's Josh Berry coming into the mix.
3 wide there. And Josh Berry, he's been really sailing on a race until just recently.
Nine laps to go. McLeod has passed by Noah Gregson. He's going to need a fast run if he can catch up to the 77, try and lock himself into the main event.
It's
This is
now
how his run's going. Right now, Ty Gibbs is guaranteed a spot in the main event.
And so is Hocevar. And Hocevar has the final transfer spot over BJ McLeod, and that's 78.
Josh Berry still in a tight battle with Eric Almirola. Closing in towards 5 laps to go. 88 and 10 still side by side, heading into turn 1. Berry is going to try and clear him. He does. Now will Berry be able to make a run and try and close in on the 6?
And Keselowski has essentially just checked out over the rest of the field. Josh Berry, does he have enough time to close in?
6 laps to go here in the open.
Newman, he's gonna push Ty Gibbs out of the way.
However, Newman is 2 laps down. He's nowhere near the transfer spot. Looks like this push from Almirola might be helping the 88. But as soon as that is said, 5 laps to go. Almirola to the inside. Justin Haley has been falling off a cliff. Down as far back as 6. Could be losing the 6th place position to Kurt Busch soon. As we come into 4 laps to go. Nearest lap car, Daniel Kvyat, probably won't be a problem for the 6. 4 laps to go. Newman nudges Berry to the high side. What does Almirola do? Will Will he be able to get enough momentum to close in on the 6?
So, Braxowski. I mean, Almirola starting to close in just a bit. He's gaining a lot. It's gonna be close. Really close.
Almirola could try and close in at 2/10 to less than 2/10 by the time it's all said and done. But Keselowski might have just locked up the win. So here we go. Keselowski, Almirola, 2 to go. 0.46. What Almirola doesn't want right now is for Newman to go side by side with him. Coming through 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. It'll be the white flag in the air for Brad Keselowski in the number 6 Castrol machine. Almirola is there. And the one thing he didn't want to happen has happened. Newman side by side.
I think that just shut the door for any possibility to catch Keselowski. Is now he comes out of the back area for the final time. Keselowski, he can essentially just cruise from here.
Brad Keselowski hasn't been a victory lane since Talladega 2021. Now he can safely return there. Brad Keselowski wins in the open, and the final transfer spot will go to Carson Hocevar.
That's right. Carson Hocevar makes it in over BJ McLeod, Noah Gragson. Let's see, the other drivers that been eliminated. Excuse me.
Harrison Burton.
Yep.
The Wood Brothers 21, sponsored by Dex Imaging, will not be in, as will BJ McLeod. Brody Kostecki has been able to stand lead that he makes it in. Noah Gragson will miss it. Greg Biffle will miss it. JJ Yaley, Daniel Kvyat, and Ryan Newman. All
on track, and then Golovic, Hesmans, Hill,
Truex, and Chandler Smith will all miss the main event. So here's a rundown yet again of those who are in. Brad Keselowski won the Open here. There goes Eric Almirola, Josh Berry, Ryan Preece, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Justin Haley, Zane Smith, Travis Pastrana, Todd Gilliland, Corey LaJoie, Ty Dillon, Brody Kostecki, Austin Hill, Riley Hurst, Kaz Gralla, all in the lead lap. 2 lappers that make it in, Ty Gibbs and Carson Hocevar. Just screenshot these results and put them in the group chat, and we will see you tomorrow for the main event of the Christmas Classic.